Our next guest is a 7-time Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter who's about to release a brand new album next month. What an honour to have the incredibly talented Alanis Morissette join us. Hey Alanis, how are you?
Hi, I'm really well. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you doing?
Depends when you catch me, just kind of holding it together.
Yeah, well hey, I consider holding it together a real plus point right now.
Yes, it's a functional roller coaster.
Now, how have you been doing? You have young children at home. How have you been coping with the homeschooling during this lockdown? What's Alanis Morissette's take on all this?
We were already unschooling, so we've been unschooling our son who's 9.
What does unschooling mean? I feel like I did a lot of unschooling when I was 9, but I don't know I didn't know it had a technical name. What does unschooling mean?
The sanctioned one is, how we do it. I think everyone does it a little differently, but unschooling is very child-led, not in that they're in charge, in an age or inappropriate way, but more that their tendencies or their proclivities, their curiosities aren't squashed. But it's mostly making sure that there's some physical, some social interactive, some element of going within, helping your children navigate the inner landscapes of their feelings and their thoughts, and musical intelligence, spatial intelligence with design. So we just kind of loosely keep that in the back of our minds, my husband and I. And then when we notice that we haven't been outside a lot, or there hasn't been naturalist intelligence gardening or whatever, we just make sure that every itch gets scratched at some point in general. It takes the pressure off us, although the only caveat that I would say is that it's a 24/7 thing. It's not like between 3 and 6 we're working, or there's no homework as such. I think homework is a very odd concept.
Yeah, well, I'm into this. I'm now realizing I unschooled myself. A lot of my life I unschooled.
Yes, well, unschooling is continued education. It's respect for education. My parents were both teachers. I love learning every day. If I don't learn something every day, I feel off. So it's not that we're not learning in the unschooling world. It's just that we're approaching it a little bit differently.
Oh, I would love to talk to you more about this, but let's talk about this because this month we're in right now marks the 25th anniversary of Jagged Little Pill. I can't believe that was 25 years ago. Are you at all surprised, looking back now, at the impact of that album and how that album has held out? I mean, just in the last sort of year or so, there's songs in Lady Bird, in Booksmart. Like, are you shocked by how that album has remained relevant?
I am, first of all, it's fortuitous because I can perform it without cringing. That helps. The other is that I think what was happening, unbeknownst to me, unwittingly, is that as I was writing about my own human experience, it was giving permission in some way to those who were listening to it to have their own human experience and not apologize for anything like anger or sadness or depression or mental challenges or anything. I think it just said it's okay to be human in some fell swoop way.
Now, your new album, which is called Such Pretty Forks in the Road, is out in July. You have 3 children in your house right now. How have the changes in your life today changed your recording process to what it used to be?
Yeah, I used to be much more of a stickler for, there couldn't be any peripheral movement. If I was in the vocal booth and heaven forbid someone moved, I would just be like, stop, I can't focus. And now I have a child on my head, I'm breastfeeding, I'm finishing up a quick lyric, and I'm like, just record it. Do you want to rehearse this, Alanis? No, just record the rehearsal. I don't have time. So it's all very integrated. It's like a circus, but it still gets done somehow. I think the multitasking has now turned into multiple single focus tasking. It's not just that I'm aware of a million things, as women are often, purported to being able to do. It's more that I'm focused on so many things to the point where I get a little overstimulated, and my poor husband has to deal with cranky mom a lot.
Oh yeah.
Not a lot of transitions. God bless the mood swings. And I'm in the middle of postpartum depression. I'm in the middle of all kinds of perfect stormness. And of course, culturally, contextually, what's happening in the world, it's I'm either crying or I'm raging or I'm numb or I'm checking out or I'm, trying to be the best mom that I can be in the moment, holding it together. And I have it easy, so I just have a lot of empathy for what's going on around the world right now.
Yeah. Well, when we talked on the show on Monday, Reggie, I don't even know if you knew you were saying this, but on Monday when we were talking and it was so powerful, you were saying, I go in and out I go in and out a lot, and that is, I think, the best way that you can sum it up. Really, is you're in and then you're out, and it's
yeah. And we're all animals, right? And I think this is part of what we're being asked right now is to raise our consciousness. We're in fight, flight, or freeze. So if we're in a fight, sometimes we're reacting. We're not letting this neofrontal cortex help us. That's what distinguishes us as a human race, is that when I'm in the middle of fear or the urge to harm or act out destructively, I can count on this to go, well, wait a minute, let's think long term. Let's think of the big picture. Let's bring consciousness into this conversation. So the challenge right now on all of these really, in these challenging, difficult circumstances is to remember the fact that we have this, and we can conjure it when we can. But when we're in fight, flight, or freeze, living in this big question mark of what this new normal will be, it's totally understandable that whenever you catch us, we're going to be in some different state. We are animals subject to all the nervous system, parasympathetic, heartbeat, clenched chest. So much of it is in the body, showing up in the body, in our inability or ability to focus and create. I mean, some people are putting pressure on themselves, speaking of unschooling, to be productive during a time where it's totally appropriate to not have to do anything right now. We don't have to show up in any way. And if there were to be a request that I would make of myself and anybody, it would be to avail ourselves of this part, which differentiates us from different animals. We can actually connect with each other if we look different, if we sound different, if we have different perceptions. We can really connect to the fact that we are all one on a spiritual level. And I think that might be what is most needed right now to evolve this snail-paced consciousness, is to just remember that we are connected on a spiritual level, no matter what we're looking like, how old we are, what's going on with our bodies, anything.
Absolutely. Well, you're going to perform a brand new song right here when we come back after the break. So you go and get ready for that, and we'll be back with more Late Late Show after this.